Oh, that's because the game. That's because the game's title screen is very silent. Yeah, it was good, man. Sorry about that. I was getting laundry started. Oh, Final Fantasy V. Yeah, the title screen for Final Fantasy V is silent for some reason. I thought the same thing too. I thought my headphones broke. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, huh. Not much. Good. Have you been watching my Final Fantasy II playthrough? If you have, ugh. Yeah, see, I don't know why it's silent like this. And good morning, everyone. I went to bed shortly after I got off. I played a bit of the new, well, it's not new. It's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Blue Remake on the Switch. I was playing a bit of that, and then I went to bed last night pretty damn early. And then I woke up early because I am still a morning person, so my body wakes up early. And so if I'm tired, that's because I'm not used to being up in the morning when I'm not working. You did not. Nah, don't worry about it. It's Final Fantasy II is not great. You can, if you care to watch all of my Final Fantasy playthroughs, feel free to do so. But I don't care if you just skip through to the important Final Fantasies. When did my chat get ridiculously huge? That's not how big I made you, chat. The fuck? Or was it? I went to sleep around 2 because I had to get up at 6:30. Ah. But yeah, no, I don't care if you watch. You can. It's not like you need to watch all of these Final Fantasies to understand what I did throughout them. No, I don't care. You got a new quote for my chat. And hey, yes, I did Blackfire. Well, I usually try to get up as early as I can on the weekends. Again, when I'm not working, my body is kind of weird, but I still wake up at like 5:45 a.m. in the morning. So what I did was I played a bit of the new remake on Pokemon last night, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon last night. Went to bed early, woke up, kind of slept on and off, and now here I am, like officially awake now. That's not how That's not how big I made you, chat. Sweet. Oh, wait. Hold up. Let me see something here. Yes. Make it quote, well, it should be quote 7, I think. Well, I want to try something here. You guys should actually be able to add quotes yourselves, but let me try this. Boom. Yes, no more going into my bot. I can actually add a quote via a command now. I got that working. So it's basically, it's exclamation point, quote, space, add, space, the quote. I have it that way? No, that's actually the bot. That's not me. These are actual in-chat bots commands. These aren't custom commands. These are actual, like, Streamlabs chatbots commands. I can't change that. If that's what you're referring to. But it's exclamation point, quote, space, add, space, the quote. There you go. On chatbot Streamlabs, it's different. I am using Streamlabs chatbot, though. What do you mean? What do you mean it's different? I am using Streamlabs chatbot. Unless chatbot Streamlabs is another thing. Because I'm confused. This is not something I can change, because it's under the settings, under usage. This is where I find the commands for. It's not something I can change. Versus me going to commands and literally typing it in personally. Either way. Yeah, no, this is actually, I did not set any of that up. That was all built in. That's all built in. Just like the death command. Just like the exclamation point death. That's not a command I added. That was pre-added into the bot. I don't know what command, I don't know what quote you're looking for, dude. Oh, my Sekiro command? Or quote? My be very quiet, I'm humping apes quote? What I like about... Here's the cool thing about the new command, or the new add quote that I just did, is it literally adds the game to it, which kind of gives you context. Because if you notice, all my quotes have context. This kind of adds context. Even though I wasn't actually playing Final Fantasy, and it's not a Final Fantasy based quote, it tells you that it came from while I was playing this game. I don't know. There's really no context for, that's not how big I made you, chat. Like, see? Me talking to Zero after he shot a car in Dead Rising. Even though it doesn't say me playing Dead Rising, it's me telling Tom, my buddy Tom, don't shoot the fucking car. Okay, I just looked up add quote as the actual command, plus you can edit. I can edit the command name? Oh. But yes, no, what, you didn't believe me? What, am I lying to you guys? Rude. Rude! Same thing with all these commands that I'm talking about, like the death command, the song request thing. A lot of this is all built in. The ones that I add in personally are different. Like my list of commands, if you go to exclamation point command and go to my paste bin, those are commands I added in. So I probably can add in a add quote command. I just gotta figure out how to. Commands. There's an S at the end. Exclamation point commands. There you go. You still gotta answer people's questions though. It's all good. For the auction? But yeah, like, all those commands in my paste bin are commands I added myself, specifically. There's probably a way for me to add in a death counter and a add quote command and stuff like that. I just gotta get the response. I probably gotta find the response. I could probably get that off of, like, Nightbot or something. And then I gotta add in a couple more commands into the paste bin. I gotta add in the YouTube page, the Facebook page for Victorious, and I gotta add in the the fire command. I was gonna put black, exclamation point black, but I didn't know if that would be rude. And then the supply command for you guys. Also, believe it or not, guys, I don't know if this is easier for you guys, and you can alter death command to add more than one at a time. I'm sure I can. For you guys, seeing as a lot of you tend to watch mobile, on the Meseta icon underneath chat, I added in my game request and a Twitch shoutout for you guys. So for anyone who's on mobile, you don't have to worry about going onto my screen and clicking the red drop box anymore. If you want to redeem your Meseta that way for game requests, it is now under my other royalty, whatever the fuck Twitch does with that. But I added that earlier today. Just moments ago. Earlier today. Like, literally just now. So go ahead and click that Meseta icon. LOL, I don't have me death commands anymore. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Well. But yes, if anyone wants to use the other loyalty system, for the one that's underneath the chat, you can click that now and redeem games and stuff. As well as a Twitch shoutout. The Twitch shoutout thing is another way of you guys basically linking your channel without, you know, just being a, rude, I guess. I kind of, like, don't know how to say it right now. Because Because normally I don't like to normally I don't care for advertisements, but that's the way for you guys to advertise your channel without my consent. Like, you can literally just spend your money and basically advertise your channel without having me to do it. Also, I want to thank your buddy, Mr. J, for the follow yesterday. He followed me yesterday, and I appreciate it. Do you really have to go? Yes, I need to protect the castle. You mustn't follow me. But... I do mean you, yes. Something about the wind bothers me. I just wanted to thank your friend for the follow. I can feel it too, but by yourself. Don't worry. But in general, if anyone wants to give themselves a shout out and advertise their channel, you can do that now under the Meseta under chat. So if you guys ever feel like you want to. I want to ride a Dargon. Can I ride Dargon? Well, this is the funny thing yesterday. He had 99 follows within an hour, but only 8 showed up in his notifications. The fuck? 99 follows in an hour? Holy lord, though. And only 8 showed up in his notifications. Huh. I'm hoping I'm one of those. I'm hoping I'm one of those because I also followed him. Not sure if it was yesterday. I think I followed... Was it yesterday that I followed him? Either that or it was the day before. Either way, I followed him like this week here. But if mine didn't show up, that sucks. And holy lord, that's a lot of notifications. That's a lot of follows, though. Yeah, Twitch really fucks up, and I'm not sure if it's only just Twitch. I'm not sure if it's like just a notifications in general on people's end, because sometimes I don't get emails for certain things in general, or whatever. But like, that's messed up. Number 220. Woo! Hey, he's number what? 218. I think he's number 218. I'm almost at 220 myself. What? Tin Tycoon? I know I haven't really been reading this, but I've been actually reading this. I haven't been reading it out loud, though. Might be a reason for the 99 followers, but I don't know. I mean, I might have been. I don't remember if that was part of that or not. I know I followed him, like, the other day. Why would I be the reason for that? I'd be helping and adding to it, not be the reason for it. I didn't cause a... That's assuming I caused a sub-train, or a follow train. Which, if I did, GG. You were like, oh, was I? Oh. I'm sorry then, I'll unfollow. Now you're not... So you're saying I caused the glitch? That's hilarious. Nah. I'm sorry if I did. You and your friend are awesome people. Glitch or not, you're awesome people. Ow! This sounds very bad in my ear holes. Does this sound bad? Is this loud for you guys? Because this sounds really bad in my ears. Yeah, you guys' content's amazing. That's why I want to do some Souls PC co-op. Believe it or not, I actually just looked at my Steam. I have the PC I have Dark Souls Remaster. I don't remember buying Dark Souls Remaster on PC, but I have that. As well as Dark Souls 2 Scholar and the original Dark Souls 2. All I need is 3 in the original Dark Souls 2. And we're good to go. We can play those on PC. I also have Remnant and Code Vein. So whenever you guys all get those, we can all play those on PC. No twerk music? Aw, man. Wow, they didn't actually do much to alter this at all. I mean, I like the graphics for the overworld, but I was hoping that this would have revamped a little bit. Okay, cool. I have all of those except for Dark Souls 3. Cool, I have all of those but DS3. All I need is Dark Souls 3 then. Well, I still want the original Dark Souls 2. Whenever I play Dark Souls 2 again, I don't want to play the Scholar until the only time I'm going to be replaying Scholar is just me getting all the trophies on the PS4 version, then probably never play that again. But either way, all I need is Dark Souls 3, and we can do some mad co-op. I have Remnant and Code Vein on PC. Just other Souls-likes. I don't have any other... I don't have Neo or any of that on PC. Neo is another, like, Souls-like, and I don't have that on PC. I have that on PS4. Nah, don't worry about it, man. Again, whenever you're free to, let me know and we can do some mad Dark Souls co-op. Whether it's Dark Souls 1, 2, or the remaster. Or whatever. I'll get Dark Souls 3 at my own pace. It's... The reason I'm not buying them right now is because Dark Souls 3 is still pretty expensive. I mean, I could easily buy it. I have the money. It's just I don't feel like... I already just spent $80 on fucking Final Fantasy. So don't feel bad. Money is an issue with me as well. I'm trying to save up and move out. We all have car payments, bills, and stuff like that. And I'm trying to move out of here. Wait here, Boko! Oh, it has a name. But cool, Mr. J has a Code Vein. Cool. Well, I'm going to be doing a blind playthrough of Code Vein because that's just how I normally do my first playthroughs of games. Same with the rest of Remnant, which somewhat is going to be blind for the most part, but there's parts where I've already played. So yeah. So don't worry about it. No rush. That poor girl. It's one naked goblin. Punch. Or slash. Question mark. Oh. Is this the first game to add an ATB system? Not like action time combat, but like the ATB meter? The one that's in 10-2 and Final Fantasy VII Remake? And in, what else does it have? I know, Legend of Mana has it. Deaths count. Adding a specific number of death command is deaths count deaths plus target name. Specific number command is deaths count deaths minus target name. Excuse me? Are you trying to tell me... Are you trying to give me a better death command? But what target name are we talking about here? You don't need a target name. It's just death plus, death minus. You're just adding or taking away or removing entirely. Is target name something specific? Oh, if I want to add... But what reason do I have to add 10 deaths? I can do that in my bot already. I know. I'm just saying, but what reason... I'm just asking, what reason would that have to be a thing, though? In one shot. Ah, okay. That makes sense. But I'm also counting on you guys to add the deaths every time I die, though. No, I appreciate it. I just didn't see a reason as to why that would be happening, unless no one's here and I'm lazy. And I've been forgetting to add the deaths. I don't know. I know most of the time when I was adding the deaths for Bloodborne, no one was adding it but me. So I don't know if you guys are actually planning on using the death counter. You don't have a turbo button? Neither do I! I appreciate that you're telling me this. It's just, I just don't see what use it is. Right now, anyway. Thank you for helping me. I'm Lena. And you? I mean, for how many deaths that I would have to type in? You just gotta type in death plus. Exclamation point death plus. Or I can do it. I've been doing it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm not trying to say that I'm ungrateful. Thank you. Butts! His name's Butts. His name is fucking Butts. God damn it. Your name is gonna be Butts. I'm sorry. Because I'm not naming... They gave me the option to name him, but he has an actual name. I'm keeping the actual names from now on. That's what it's been since 4. I'm Butts, journeying with a chocobo to nowhere in particular. Butts. I appreciate it, Blackfire. Thank you. I really do. The reason for my command for death counter is because sometimes I forget to add multiple deaths. No, my biggest issue is that if I'm playing a game that has used the death counter prior, not Bloodborne, Borderlands, I forgot how many deaths I've had. Because I know I used it in Borderlands 1. But at this point, seeing as I haven't played that in months, I don't know how many deaths I have. That's my bigger issue. Because in the chat bot, I can literally type in what number it is as well. So that's why I said it was kind of useless. It's not useless in that regard. It's not useless at all, but like with the way for me able to easily just type in how many deaths I had, yeah, that's just me. But I'll take it into consideration. It's no problem. Because I was thinking about looking up... No. I said thank you. Because I was thinking about adding in a death counter on my own command instead of using this built-in one, because I'm not a fan of the built-in command. I'm just saying, like, it's not useless at all. I just find it easier just to do it one by one. Because the only reason I'm saying this is, what reason am I going to jump up multiple numbers? Unless people forget. And then I have to go and watch my video and try to figure out what death I'm at. That's just me. I'm weird, okay? I'm weird. I'm the guy who doesn't consider boss fights a boss. I'm the kind of guy who doesn't I'm the kind of guy who doesn't consider the Mew glitch a Mew glitch. Ah, see, there you go. Every time I've died in games and I use the counter... No, but every time I died in these games and when I am actually using the counter, I'm the one who's adding it every death. The only time I forget if what I'm at is if I don't play the game enough times, or if I haven't played in a while. That's the biggest thing. See, exclamation point death number. So, in chatbot has that actually. I didn't realize that it also has that. It has death, death plus, minus, and death number. So you can do that in death too. Hey, there you go. Hey, saved up enough, have we? Where'd my... Does that not have a... Huh. Does that not have an alert with that? Well, that sucks. Thank you, Quan. Sweet. I will do that. Cool, yeah, I added that. I'm glad you found, I'm glad you saw that I added that to my, other loyalty system. So now you don't have to worry about the one that's on screen for any mobile phone watchers. I added that for you guys. And how you doing, Quan, this fine morning? This suddenly thing came falling from the sky. The blast sent me flying, and I fell unconscious. Is it a meteor? A meteor? Might have something to do with the wind stopping. I exist. You do exist. I appreciate your existence. I can't believe I said that in a sentence. Either way, thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could repay you, but I must hurry. But yeah, I'm thinking I want to go and look up for the response so I can add in my own death counter in my own command bot instead of having to use the built-in one. That way I can add your exclamation point death plus a specific number. Then that'll be useful. As of right now, it's kind of not, because I hate the in-chat command death thing. Ludo ergo somewhat. I hope I read that right. I don't know what that means, but okay. Wait a sec. I game, therefore I am. Ah. I exist, therefore I do. Did you hear something? Huh? Huh? Help! Butts! Come save me, Butts. Come save my butts. It's coming from over there. Let's go, Butts. Let me inside your butt. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. What is this guy? Are you alright?
Where am I? My head.
You don't look like an old man, though. It's rude. This guy does not look like an old man. I think, therefore I am. I wish I understood more than one language. What's with me? I can't
remember. I can't remember a thing.
You hit your head. Is it amnesia? Latin is a fun one. I want to learn German and Japanese as well. Latin would be fun, but I do want to learn German just because I am German, and I want to learn Japanese because I love anime.
Oh, that's right. My name's Galoof.
Anything else?
No, I can't remember anything besides my name.
I started learning Italian a few years ago. Might try pick back up soon. Italian's like a language I've never heard anyone speak. I've heard a bit of Latin, I've heard Japanese, a bit of Japanese, I always hear Spanish. I mean, I work with quite a few people from Puerto Rico and stuff like that, so Spanish is a common language I hear every day. But Italian is like rare for me. Same with German. I mean, I've heard a few people speak German. Only if they know like a couple bits of words, but never like an official like person from Germany speak it. But Italian is the language I've like never heard any of, outside of like maybe a movie or something. Duolingo is a pretty handy language. How much does that cost? Is it easy to pick up for anyone who wants to learn a language versus like going to an actual school for, or class for? Oh, it's free. Nice. So is it better than taking like actual classes? I wasn't planning on going to like take an actual class or anything, but like I know people would always tell me that learning languages in school is garbage or something. I've never actually had a language class. I know people who would take like Spanish in high school or college, and I've never taken any. Really sorry, but I have to hurry. Where are you going? The Wind Shrine. Because if you actually continue through it, part of your tests are actually used to translate. Oh, nice. I'll have to look up Duolingo. I've heard of it. So they can offer it for free. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. Yeah, I've heard of it. I just never checked it out. I have a feeling.
That's where I needed to go to. I'll go with you.
But. No, I'm Butts. Get that correct, woman.
I must go. Please take me with you.
I shall call you Sakura because you have pink hair. Butts, what about you? I'll continue my journey to be the best Butts that ever was. Butts, thank you, goodbye, farewell. Super Mario RPG, that's gonna be a fun one. That will be a fun one. I gotta start Half-Life here. Hey, we're almost done through the entirety of like the FromSoft's Soul Bloodborne titles, because we already did Sekiro and now I'm on Bloodborne, which is the last of that. So once that's done, that frees me up a slot. So I could probably move on to Half-Life and add in Half-Life, or maybe add in another game into that slot. Because Half-Life I don't really have to add into that slot because I already took up a slot using the game requests slot. So that's already a slot. So I probably could just add in... I could probably add in Boo's Fury to take care of that series and then get off of that and then continue more Dragon Ball games. And once I finish up a few more Dragon Ball games, I'm pretty much done with that. Rosetta Stone is gold standard, about 500 to learn a language. Duolingo is not quite as effective as that, but it's still pretty effective. Makes it much better deal. Well, see, the thing is, I tried to learn some through Rosetta Stone for a free trial, and I'm either just really slow or really dumb, but I couldn't learn the Japanese through that at all. Maybe Japanese was a bad language to start from. I just wanted to learn that because I want to understand more of what I'm into, and I love anime, and I want to be able to, like, go to Japan one day and visit and be able to understand where I'm going. But that's just me. But I'll choose free over a paid service. like, get me... Like, what is the point of... I should be able to go down there, shouldn't I? It looks like there's an opening there. I mean, I have to. I don't think there's any other way. Besides maybe going backwards. But don't... Give me the option. I know of people who've learned spoken Japanese but never learned the writing at all. Oh, I know. Well, there's more than just... It's more than just learning a language and stuff like that, because there's the characters, the kanji. There's multiple different types of the writing. You got your katakana, you got your hiragana. There's so many different versions of the text. I don't even understand that. Because, like, whenever I look at a word in Japanese, like, it says one thing, but then the letters of the character mean another thing. And it's just like, what? So when I think I'm learning actual subtitling in Japanese when I'm watching an anime, and then I look at the writing for what the word actually is, it's totally a different thing. So yeah, I know what you mean. Okay. Why do they make this kind of thing stupid? Just let me go down. Yeah, that's why in a lot of anime, when they introduce themselves, they often will tell how it's spelled, because you couldn't tell how to write based on it said, and names are particularly unique. Well, their names. Yeah. Exactly. And I see, that's how I don't understand how English would look to anyone foreign, because I mean, yes, every language to the person who lives in that specific area, it all looks like how English does to us. But English to me just looks like everyone should be able to see it. I don't know, that's just me. But I guess that's how everyone else feels when they read their own language. Because it all, I don't know. But like looking at Japanese writing, it's just characters. It's not like, to me, it's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess that just sounds racist, but I'm not trying to be. Same thing when I like Latin. When I would look at Latin language online, and it's just like a jumbled mess of letters and characters. It's just like, bleh. Like how in Death Note, Light's name is spelled using the kanji for moon, but pronounced light as in the English sounds. So if you understand both Japanese and English name, his name is Moonlight. Ah, ow. Speaking of light, right in my face. Makes sense, I guess. Am I already stuck? No, seriously though. I know that's where I gotta go. Game's not making it easy. Game's not making it easy. I don't know what you're doing in this game, but it's the most boring game I've seen. I'm sorry! It's boring because I just started. Most boring game you've seen? How is it the most boring game you've seen? First-person shooters and fighting games exist. This is more fun than a fighting game, I'll tell you that right now. What do you mean I'm not... There we go. To an extent. What do you mean I'm not doing anything? I am doing things. I'm trying to find how to get through. This is not like farming. You have to battle to farm. I am walking around trying to find how I get through this dang forest. Blame the company. Blame Square Enix for this, not me. I'm not just walking around blindly, dude. I'm trying to fucking figure out how to get to this path right here. Well, you said I'm walking around doing nothing and not getting anywhere. You're right, because it's Square Enix. They put this shit here. How about... the fuck? Square? Granted, you're not wrong. This is still better than Final Fantasy II, though. What the fuck? Blame them for making me have to walk through a fucking trees. Like, I guess I can go this way, but why when that was a path? Yeah. That was a path. I wanted to take it. Maybe I go this way. Yep, I go this way. Alright. That's fine. Oh, whoa, 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 hey, hey, hey. I've always thought the name of Final Fantasy is kind of weird. It's not Final anything if there's 15 of them. It's Final something if none of them connect except for the direct sequels. So technically, yes, they are. Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, and 15 don't connect. 10 and 13 are the only ones with sequels. So technically, each one is a final. Why are you giving me that look? Work, work. I'm being a shit. I'm being a shit, I agree. I agree. I know it's an odd man and a girl, and there's a lot of goblins around here. Got it. Boko? 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 Boko, Bokum. Uka, Bokum. Trust me, there's a lot weirder names for video games. Boko, let's hurry! Work. I'm assuming this game will pick up. I know you probably just saw me doing nothing, but like I saw that there was a path in the trees. I wanted to see if I can get anywhere from that. And now it begins. But I'm into RPGs. I love farming. If you're not into that, then unfortunately, like, my Final Fantasy retrospective is not for you, unfortunately. But I love grinding in games. I love farming. RPGs are my favorite my favorite genre of gaming, unfortunately. So if people aren't into that, then we all have our love and taste. You should know me better than that by now. I'm just stating a fact. Because you stated that... It's the way you said it didn't seem like you were into grinding and farming. Woo! Yeah, see, this is like farming in most RPGs. Like, judging by that dialogue, I felt like it sounded like you didn't care for the whole farming and grinding aspect, but if you do, cool. Hey, Butts. Hey, Butts. Butsky. I legitimately wish I was me who gave him that name, but I wasn't, unfortunately. That was the actual translation. Thank you so very much. Stop that. What's with his voice? That meteor's shocks collapsed cliffs and made ground split. And now the road to Tool has been blocked. Am I having a stroke when I read these? But I have to get I have to get to the Wind Shrine. I said it's like farming minus the extra battle. Like running around looking for a Pokemon and accidentally having a repel active. Yeah, but I'm just saying, you can't farm unless you're fighting things, though. To the Wind Shrine, got to hurry. To the Wind Shrine. Old geezer, too. You know what? I'm going to go with you. What? Really? My dad said he said for me to travel the world and see things. And besides, the wind is calling. That's the point. You were doing the walk in circles part, not the push random goblins part. I was looking for a pathway, damn it all! I'm sorry. There's gonna be times in these games where I'm gonna be walking around not knowing where I'm going. You're making me feel bad. You just want to be with the girl? Hey, you're awake. Of course I was. I will feel bad. You're gonna make me go and cut myself. Now I'm gonna go slit my throat. Goodbye then. Life is over for me. I got Pringles. I shouldn't make jokes on that. I'm sorry. I have Pringles. Suicide's not a thing I should make jokes on. I apologize. Proven fact indeed. Especially when they're invisible Pringles. See-through Pringles are the best Pringles. They're not even see-through. It's just the green screen's taking away all the green. But Void, yeah, it's basically dark Pringles. It's not even invisible. Because if it was, it'd be see-through. Yeah, it's my... Personally, it's the only Pringles I actually enjoy is the sour cream and onion Pringles. I'm not a big fan of the other type of Pringles. I've tried, like, the pizza flavored Pringles and all the other variants of whatever, and the plain... I hate them. Specifically the plain Pringles. Those are bad. But, like, the pizza Pringles and all of those other flavors are just disgusting. I like my sour cream and onion ones. The plain? Yeah, I didn't like the plain. I just think it's, as it is stated, plain. But that's just because I'm weird. Coming from a guy who likes his hamburgers and french fries and other things plain. Like, I don't mind having, like, cheese on my hamburgers, but I don't like all the toppings. You know, I'm a plain, I like my shit plain. I like my fries void of all ketchup unless I dip it into the ketchup. Stuff like that, coming from a guy who loves shit like that. Some of the varieties are okay, but classic is nice. Yeah, I've been a big fan of sour cream and onion for years. I've tried all the variants of the more basic variants, not all the special variants, because I know there's a lot of special ones, and I just can't get into a lot of them. Especially, the worst one to me, for chips, is ones that are like barbecue sauce flavored versions or whatever of chips. Those are like the worst chips to me. Because I don't like barbecue sauce on chips in general, and I don't like chips that are literally just taste like barbecue sauce. Ugh. Blocked, what will we do? I also has gum. See? All the see-through things. Void gum. But we must go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, void gum. Haven't you ever tried that? It's the best. It's the best type of gum. It's my favorite flavor. Void gum. I'm a fan of Eclipse mints. Orbit mints. I have Orbit. Not bad. But they don't... Yeah, I have... These are Orbit. Eclipse. I haven't had that in a while. I was wondering where they disappeared to. This reminds me of Dragon Ball Z for some reason. This layout, this background, just the way this looks. A cave in such a place? But it must have been formed by that earthquake. A random cave being formed by an earthquake. You don't say. You don't say that a lot of caves in real life are made naturally. Square. Not everything's man-made, you know. It's dangerous. Ahead. You gotta stay here. I mean, usually the inside of caverns tend to have man-made, creations. They may dig further in it, or they may add in stuff to mine, but all caverns are, or most caverns, I should say, not all of them, because some mountains have caves that were man-created. But most mountains and things in real life are natural, formed. This is one intricate earthquake, Jesus. That's spring! Oh my god, Final Fantasy starting to get more story heavy now. I like it when it's just like, here's some story bits, and then boom, I'm free to do whatever. I like some of the, like, I don't know, like, why do I say that? It's like, I love Final Fantasy, and I know some of the later ones are very story heavy. But I feel like this beginning is a little much. Just let me enjoy the damn game. That's what I'm getting kind of tired of with the modern Pokemon games. It's just, you walk 2 steps, story bit for 10 minutes. Walk another 2 steps, story bit for 10 minutes. Here's a progression block. Go and beat this gym leader. Story bits for 10 minutes. I'm sorry. That's how I felt about Sun and Moon. Galoof! Don't punch that crab. Okay, I'm liking the Legend of Mana meter, or the the ATB meter that's in some of the later Final Fantasy games, like 10-2 and the new remake of 7. That lobster's trying to scissor Lena. How dare you? Only butts can scissor her. How's everybody doing this fine morning? Butts gained a level. Everyone gained a level. You guys just gained a level. Why are you level 2? What the fuck? You're level 1? Phoenix Dawn! Yeah, magic? Esper, Sword, Blue, and Song. Huh? Oh shit, there's a job class in this. Hold up, guys. What? There's a job class in this. Fuck yes. I has breakfast. Sorry, I has breakfast. I also has Crunch Bar. That's not my breakfast, but that's... I've been eating these for damn breakfast. I bought like 50 of them because of the Final Fantasy VII thing. You buy a bunch of candy bars and... God damn it. I love you, Square Enix, but god damn you. This is the Spring of Recovery. Aw, shit, I can grind. Now here comes... For anyone who's not into RPGs, the worst part of RPGs. For people who don't like... People who do like RPGs, there's plenty of people who do that don't like grinding. I love grinding. For anyone who's not going to be into that, I'm letting you know I am going to be grinding. Not like heavy, but in the beginning, it's a necessity for most games in the beginning to grind at least a little bit. I like to have a good head start. I don't want to be getting my ass kicked. But anyway, how is everybody doing? Anyone want a Crunch Bar? I have like 50 of them. Just give me your address. Right on stream. Hey, if you really do want one, I wouldn't mind sending it. I don't know how I would trust that. I'll be back in 10. Crunch Bar. Alright, Blackfire. Take your time, man. I don't know how it would be to actually send candy to somebody, especially chocolate. I can understand sending, like, soft candy, like the gummy candy, as I call it, soft candy. Stuff like gummy bears or any of that, to where it's not gonna freaking melt. I don't know. Unless they're like driving in a very cold truck. I know UPS trucks tend to have tend to be very cold in the back because there's no because it's just bare for a guy who's worked in the UPS truck before. It's just bare. There is no like seating or comforting. It's just, yeah, it's all pure metal and steel or whatever. In the winter, back when I worked in the driver helper for a 104 Go Fuck Yourself Boulevard, apartment 69. That goes back to what me and Blackfire were doing yesterday. Because a girl, someone came in and followed me, was asking which state I lived in. And I said, I live in Pennsylvania right now. And then shortly after that, me and Blackfire's like, where do you live? I'm like, I forgot what I said. Was it 1-800 go fuck yourself? Or something like that? And then he said 666 go to hell or something like that. Oh, that's funny. All right. Let me see. There's a pen. I don't have a pen on me right now, but 104 go fuck yourself Boulevard. Got it. I gotta just remember, apartment number 69. Ah, I get it. Zip code is boobies. Ah, touche. The old calculator trick. I just caught on to that. I was like, what is that zip code? 8008135. Oh, it's boobies. My cell phone number is 8675309. Feel free to give me a call. Or I could give out the stupid cell phone number that Mike Jones used to have on his t-shirt or whatever it was. Who? Mike Jones. God, that brings me back to that terrible-ass song. I don't know what is the purpose of having rappers giving out, like, having a set, like, fake phone number or whatever that was. Did you know that Jesse's girl is now Stacy's mom and her and she's got it going on? Jesse's mom has got it going on. I know it's Stacy's mom. I was just throwing in two songs, referencing two songs together, but yes. Yes, and she also played Stifler's mom in that one movie. Ah! No, that's not her, but that'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. There is a full-on mashup of those three songs. Really? That's amazing. I actually miss Stacy's mom. I have Jesse's girl on my phone, and I don't have the other song, but Jesse's girl I still have on my phone. I actually have on my phone. I don't have the other song for the 8675309 or whatever song title that was called, but I do miss Stacy's mom has got it going on. I just remember as a kid that the girl who played Stacy probably was hot as fuck. And of course, it's probably the only music video where you actually see a kid pretending to jerk off. For anyone who remembers that stupid video. And my webcam freezing up a little bit. Oh no, that was just watching my previous video. It looked like it froze. Never mind. I forgot that my other video, my main Twitch video, is behind. Because I'm currently monitoring it. Because I know lately my videos have been glitchy. Huh. It's made by the guy who originally sang Jesse's Girl? Interesting. Jesse's Girl. He's got it going on. Stacy's Mom is a much better song musically than I thought when it came out in band. We played proper arrangement. Yeah, it's a very good song. It was kind of stupid at first to me when I was a kid, only because I'm not really into a lot of music, so I'm not good with rhythm and all that. Touche, Stacy's mom, the woman who played Stacy's mother was hot. Same with Stacy. The girl who played Stacy. They're both hot. I prefer Stacy though, just because I don't really I mean, I'm probably old enough now. I'm probably old enough now to actually go after the mother, but like I'm not into older women. I like women my age. I'm not into like older women. I'm into women my age. So I'm not into MILFs. At this point, though, I can date a MILF and have a MILF be my age, though. Because technically, there's a girl that I worked with who's a mother. But what I'm trying to say is I don't go after 50-year-old women. I'm 30, I say that now. Before it was I don't go after 30-year-old women. but now I do, because I am 30. Oh, I know. I'm talking about the actress, not the actual person, character, whatever you want to call it. The actress. Thank you very much. If you want to call the music video star an actress. You know what I mean. Dude, seriously? I'm not gonna freaking want to date a girl who's 13. Are you disgusting? Yeah, but I was younger than that when that music video came out, so she's definitely older than that. I was around 13 or younger than that when the song came out. Or at least that video, anyway. Keep this in mind, I'm only 30. How many Crunch Bars have I had already? Like 3? Ugh. But as for the character, yes. I'm too old for that. But as a kid, she was hot. But I am now old enough now to sit there and say that I would tap the mom depicted in that video, as she's probably my age in that video. I wonder how she looks now. Hello, everybody who's all joining in, talking about Stacy's mom has got it going on. And doing from Final Fantasy grinding. And eating Crunch Bars. Yeah, punch that. Punch that, lobster. Diro. Diro? Galoof. So what's everybody's favorite Final Fantasy? Mine is still 10, but I love Final Fantasy 3. Final Fantasy 3 thus far is my favorite of the originals. Followed very closely by 4. So 10, 10-2, 3, and 4, and 9 are so far my favorites in that order. Yes, 9 has finally been topped by both 3 and number 4. Because for a while it was 10, 10-2, and 9. And 7 is below and 7 to me is below 9. Easily. But judging by how 7's remake has been feeling, the remake might surpass 9, but the original will never surpass 9 for me. The remake, however, yeah. If it continues the way it's going. Oh, looks like a bunch of people are loving 7 or Final Fantasy 5 here. Thank you guys for all the joining in. For anyone who's here. I'm liking it. I'm liking the fact that the main character's name is Butts. I don't know if this is a great translation or not, but judging from what I looked up online, it seems to be on par with what I saw online, so without spoiling anything for me, I tried to find the best translations I could, because I'm playing the original official versions, aside from the fact that it's not in, Japanese. Because I don't want to play the American versions. I know some of the American version releases of these games are swapped. I think it was, their 2 is R4, and R3 is their 6, or something like that. I'm not doing that nonsense. I'm playing the originals 1 through 6, and then I'm going to play the PS1 copies, or the PS1 versions of 7, 8, and 9 on the PS3. And then I'm gonna play the remastered 10 and 10-2, and the remastered 12, and then I'm gonna play 13's trilogy on PC. Because I don't own the 13 games anymore on console. That I know of. Actually, no, I don't. I don't see them there anyway. I know I had the first two on 360 though. I don't know if I ever had 13.3. I didn't see anything going this way. Huh. I'm a little blind. Sometimes I'm a little blind, but I didn't see anything in there. This cave is important. I need to be here. Crunch, please. Crunch a bunch of munch crunch. I hear a lot of good things about Final Fantasy VI, so I am hyped to get on to number 6 after this. Oh, I see now. Yeah, I'm pretty blind. I'm pretty fucking blind. Steel Bat and Stroper. Stroper? Dirty. Trust me, I'm very blind. Coming from the guy who didn't notice that the little house in Sekiro had freaking talismans on it. I'm not observant. You should see me at work. I have to deal with a scanner at work. Trust me, there's times where I misread shelving labels. All the goddamn time. Oh, it's a pirate! Yarg. I love the guy's face. It feels so classic, or it feels so classic SNES era. That button, it looks like a skull. Leather helmet. Optimum. Oh, cool. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's remove. I see. There's no secret button behind this poster. Pushes it and then goes downstairs. Like the guys in fucking Pokemon Gen 1 with Team Rocket. Don't push the button behind that poster. Okay. I won't. Totally not. And then you proceed to go battle the dude standing in front of said poster. And then he literally walks right down into the freaking hideout right in front of you. For a team that doesn't want you to find their hideout, they're not very good at their job. This guy can understand we eavesdropped on him. So there's a difference there. He didn't know we were there. For Team Rocket, though, they're very bad at their job. Literally telling anybody who walks into their fucking, like, little house in Celadon City exactly what they're up to and what where their hideout is. GG! Ooh, I gained a level. Now I'm even more buddy. Now my butt levels up even further. None of you have magic? Butts. You're all a bunch of butts. What's that? Can I search the other way, you fucker? It's yar on a boat. Ow, God, phone. Right in my face. I keep forgetting to turn... I turn my phone around out of habit. That ship, how does it sail without wind? Don't ask. Oh shit, is it sailing with energy? Using energy instead? Or magic? Oh, how do you know that that's sailing without wind? Is there no flag on it? I don't know, I can't tell. Shit, I'm in pirate territory. So it's pirate fantasy instead of Final Fantasy. I mean, some of the Final Fantasy games have pirates in them, but it's not like they're a big factor. Was it Final Fantasy 2, I think, had pirates in them. And one of them, and actually Final Fantasy 1 and 2 actually had some pirates in them. In fact, one of them, you get your ship from them. And they weren't like a big factor except for them getting your ship after you beat the shit out of them. And one of the characters actually becomes a party member of your team. In 2. This must be a pirate's hideout, so that ship we saw was a pirate ship. You can't tell just by looking at them. I can tell straight up when the guy walked down to go push the button that he was a pirate. I wonder if we couldn't get a ride. Ah, I love the faces. We're talking about pirates. And she has the most balls out of all of you. Well, we haven't but to sneak aboard our ship ourselves. Hey, old man, you're more daring than I thought. Yeah, you're... Yeah, well, you have no balls. He looks like he's contemplating something. I don't know what I just did. Oh, well. Can I, like, talk to these guys? Will I get in deep shit for it? Oh, he's asleep. Okay, so yeah, they're forcing me straight onto the ship then. Alright. I think that switch I hit must have opened the staircase or something? Okay, there's the steering wheel. It's locked. Boo. Majin poo. Fix the ship's wheel, Captain. Take the wheel. Sildra. Sildra. Excuse me. Okay. Sidrol. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. Oops. Let me get there. Well, you fixed the wheel. I don't know what was wrong with it. We're off! Oh, man. This guy's so eager now to freaking drive this boat. What's wrong? It's no use. I won't move at all. What's going on here? That's probably because of the anchor? You dumbass. Last I checked, we were at port. It's probably anchored and tied to the freaking dock. And just what do you think you're doing? Oh, it's a girl. How bold you are! Just going to sneak here and steal my ship, eh? I am Tycoon's Princess Lena. I apologize for trying to take your ship like that. Oh! Tycoon's
Princess?
Please lend us your ship. I must get to my wind shrine. My father is in danger. Oh no, it's her shrine now? I knew she was gonna giggle. Ah, you're Tycoon's princess. This is gonna be worth a lot. Stop! I beg you! Here, let me flash you! That pendant. Keep them locked up. Yes, Captain! Woo! Boing, boing, boing. I love how they're all in purple. It encapsulates the graphics in this so nicely. See, these graphics? Some SNES games age very well. And I'm not a big fan of the sprite work, but I do love the way they look. I do like the overworld in this game, though. 4 and 5 have a very colorful overworld. So far, my favorite overworld of any of the games. 3's overworld was also very good. Yeah, 3, 4, and 5. 3 was very good for NES, though. Very, very phenomenal for NES. Same thing with Legend of Mana. And I have not played a lot of that game, because I never really grew up with RPGs for the SNES era. I was more of the platformer, so I grew up with Mega Man and Mario and stuff like that. But by the time I started playing some of the later Final Fantasies, and recently is when I started playing some of the classic OGs. I didn't really play them at all up until this point. Playing through 3 and 4, I love the graphic style. They're amazing. Again, I'm not a big fan of 4's sprite work, nor 5's thus far, but I do like their overworld.
This is great! Who is the heck said we should steal this boat anyway?
That was both you guys. Actually. Well, no, actually it was no one. They said to steal, they said to board the ship and hide. So, I don't think any of them said to steal the ship. That was actually me, technically. I could be wrong.
I think it was you. Oh, my head hurts. I can't remember.
Oh, of course. Let me guess. This guy's gonna feign having amnesia. Or at least he has amnesia, and eventually he's gonna remember everything. Or he's feigning. What a convenient excuse. But that was sure a shock that Lena was the Princess of Tycoon.
I'm sorry, I wasn't intending to hide it.
But why were you going to the Wind Shrine by yourself?
Because my father's there, and when the wind stopped, I thought something bad had happened. So I snuck out the castle alone, and then that meteor came falling from the sky.
And you're gonna just forget that you were nearly captured by 2 guys? Assuming probably also pirates of some regard?
I'm just gonna stare at this table. Why would the Princess of Tycoon have the same pendant as me?
Me. Also pink hair. Oh, hey, you got to 5 now. Yep. I'm on Final Fantasy 5. Yep. I beat 4 yesterday. Actually, not yesterday. I beat that on Thursday. Whoops. I beat 4 the other day, not yesterday. Anyway, how you doing, KTV? I've been so tired lately the past couple of days. I finally got some good goddamn rest. Jesus.
Why would the Princess of Tycoon have the same pendant as me?
But yeah, no, I beat it the other day, and then and then I went to bed. That was Thursday. I took a few days off. I played a bit of the demo yesterday. I played a Bloodborne and stuff like that. So now we're on Final Fantasy 5. Yeah, you're doing well. That's good. That's good. How's your streams been? How's Zelda been? Have you been playing the new Zelda 2 yet? I've been so tired, I haven't really had chance to really check out other people's streams, but I have been raiding some people. I just haven't seen you. I haven't really been seeing you on. You probably stream a bit more when while I'm streaming, because I haven't seen you on. And if you have been, I didn't see you. Because usually when I check, I usually see you on while I am streaming. But I don't know if you have started Final Fantasy and Phantasy Star? Yeah, Zelda. I can't talk.
She said her father's at the Wind Shrine.
Oh, oh, oh. How was your morning?
We're heading for the Wind Shrine.
Are you planning any Zelda streams today? Captain, we should do it with these people. Untie their ropes. I love the faces when they jump in this. Actually, I haven't streamed in a couple of days. Exams, but I plan on doing Zelda 2. But I don't plan on doing Zelda 2 for quite some time anyway, for the sake of... That's good. Spacing things out a bit, that's good. The reason I was not hoping to do this with Final Fantasy. The only reason why I'm not really rushing them, I'm still taking my time with them. But the reason why I'm playing them as much as I have been in the past few weeks is because Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out literally next month. And I want to be able to play that as soon as I can. The only reason what will stop me from playing it is because I want to play the original 7, which I have, yes, but I want to play it for my stream. The only time I'm going to play the remake is if I can get through a good chunk of the original 7 at the same time frame, and then I'll play 7's remake. But if I can't make it to 7, then the Final Fantasy VII's remake is going to be on hold, because I'm doing the originals before I play any remakes. Even though I have played 7 and 9 on the Switch version, which wasn't until recently, but yeah. That's the only reason why I'm playing as much of these as possible. Otherwise, I would have spaced this out. Now, when it comes to Pokemon I'm spacing out because I started Crystal version already, but I'm spacing that out. I don't want to sit there and rush through the Pokemon games. I want to enjoy Crystal, which is my favorite generation. You have a list of random SNES, NES, and Game Boy games you found somewhere online, and I plan on going through random obscure ones that I'm not doing all the popular ones. Yeah. So that's what I feel about with Pokemon. Seeing as Pokemon is more of a staple for my channel than Final Fantasy is. Like, for me, it's Phantasy Star, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball Z. That's why I have not beaten Dragon Ball Kakarot yet. That's why I haven't beaten Boost Fury yet, or Fusions, or I haven't even started Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans. I haven't beaten Gen 2 yet, which I could have probably already, like, be midway through the game. I'm at Goldenrod City in Crystal version, so I just beat Whitney. That's 3 badges. And I plan on collecting all the Pokemon, so I could easily have been almost done with the game by this point, but I haven't played it in a bit because I'm taking my time with it. Same with Bloodborne, which is I just started. Like, Dark Souls took me a while to get through because I wanted to actually enjoy the Souls franchise. And Bloodborne's a short game, so I'm already halfway done with it in one damn stream. But that's why I stopped and started doing the Chalice dungeons for anyone who's played Bloodborne before. But I will be continuing Bloodborne today. I don't mind getting through Bloodborne only because it is a short game, and it allows me to open up other game slots, or other games for slots. I haven't tested out emulating streaming Sega Genesis games, but if I can get them to run alright, then I'll definitely try and do Phantasy Star. Enjoy! Ooh. You should have stuff to be getting done. Take care, Quan. I will have fun fantasying my finale. That sounds dirty, and I like it. You have fun fantasying your finale as well, my friend. Take care, dude. See you around. Thinking of doing Shining Force? Ah, Shining Force. I haven't played that game in forever. I'm saying that I could be going... Yeah, I don't know if you have... I don't know if you ever plan on getting the Switch, KTB. Phantasy Star might be... It's a good series. Phantasy Star... I actually have to start Phantasy Star 4. Believe it or not. There's an old friend of mine like Shining Force. It is a good game. There's actually 4 Phantasy Star games... from on the Sega old Sega consoles, from Sega Master System to the Genesis, and then it eventually starts to Phantasy Star Online. So it's not like Final Fantasy; it kind of jumps. But I'm gonna let you know some of the older ones. Phantasy Star 1 is a bit archaic. Like, I know Final Fantasy 1 and 2 are a bit old and archaic, but there's a lot of nonsense in Phantasy Star 1 that you may want to look up information on. I'm just gonna throw that out there. There's a few parts in my stream where I was like, I would never have figured this fuck out. I don't know if I'll ever be able to getting a Switch because if I can't run an... Oh, you did say that your computer wasn't the greatest, that it could barely run an emulator. That's right, you did say that. Well, you don't have to sit there and stream it. You can always just play the Switch for yourself. I'm just saying, because Phantasy Star has a remake on there. Or not a remake, but Phantasy Star 1 has a re-release on there that actually gives you a map that helps you follow the dungeons. I'm just letting you know, the dungeons in Phantasy Star 1 are pretty bad. Make sure you have a walkthrough or some kind of guide to help you through the dungeons. I'm just throwing this out there. Unless you feel like wasting 5 hours of one dungeon. Literally, my first stream was like 3 hours of one dungeon. It fucking sucked. Just throwing this out there. I'm trying to help you. Phantasy Star is an amazing franchise, but the first one is a little weird. Oh, Switch emulators. Oh, I wasn't talking about emulators. I was talking about the console. Are you a PC only? Do you not care to buy Elgato to stream console? Do you not plan on actually streaming any console? Because I recommend the Elgato HD60. It's a very good capture device that allows you to stream, use that to record. That's how I record my emulators. Or not emulators, that's how I stream console. I can't talk. Lend you my help, isn't that good enough? They're off. To the Wind Shrine! Pirates! Arr! I didn't know it was possible. Well, I didn't mean record. I'm not saying this very well. It is possible to record from a console, not directly. There's a program with Elgato that allows you to record videos or stream. See here. This is the Elgato. What happens is you connect the input and output from your console, then you connect it to your laptop or PC of choice, and then there's also a USB that connects to your PC as well. So one end is going from your console to your Elgato, that's sending the signal to that, then you're connecting the other HDMI to your laptop or PC, that's sending the signal from the console to the PC, and then you have the USB is basically what runs it, you know, it's power source. After that, you can actually open up OBS or slobs and then put in a game capture. You know, the game capture function or a source. Then you select Elgato and it sends your signal to you, to the Elgato or to the computer. It'll basically look like this, except right now nothing is on, but this is basically what it looks like when there's nothing running on it. But if I had something actually connected, it would just show the game. Just kind of like how this is. But that's Elgato. HD60. And yes, you can record. I used to do YouTube videos, if you want to check out my YouTube channel. But, the program though, since you're streaming, I don't know if you do YouTube videos. I think it'd be kind of useless to record. But for streaming wise, you can use Elgato to send your signal to OBS and stream. You can also record from OBS. You don't need to... See, the thing is, back when I did YouTube videos... Hey, no problem. Back when I did YouTube videos, I never actually used Elgato to record. Because every time I tried to record from Elgato, or from OBS itself, I would drop mad frames. I don't, like, even with my current computer now, I don't even know if I can really record from OBS very well. But if you tend to actually care to make YouTube videos, OBS does have a recording feature, I just don't know how good it is. I don't like using it. I know some people tend to record for whenever people who still do YouTube and Twitch, they tend to stream and record at the same time, so that way when they're done streaming, they can keep their stream video and post that to the YouTube as well for a full video for people who want to watch that, and then they take their recording episode and cut it down into like 12-minute parts. That way they still get out a YouTube series, and they can also get out a whole VOD for anyone who wants to watch the Twitch video. So they basically cater to both YouTube and Twitch. I could do that, but I'm still, like, I gave up on doing YouTube in general. I don't edit no more. It took too long, and I was not, on top of working and playing the games I wanted to get through, it was not getting out. Oh, by the way, for anyone who cares, KTB, I don't know if you ever really care to use the loyalty system on my stream. On the loyalty system below the chat box, actually, I added in, a game request and Twitch shoutout. I'm pretty sure you've been here long enough and heard me mention my loyalty system. But I added in 2 new options for the loyalty system that's below the stream chats now. Unlike the one that's normally on the screen if you're watching on PC. This is for anyone who watches off the phone. So if you want a video game request me, feel free to check that out now. Because if you're watching on the phone and not a computer or whatever, then you can click that. But if you are watching on PC, you can do the same thing, or you can scroll your mouse over to the right of my screen, and you'll see a red box appear on screen, which is the same thing. It gives you the same things. And then you just click Redeem Meseta, and it gives you a list of items. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you. Aye aye, sir. Arr. Sorry for not playing. It's easier for me to explain and not have to yeah, that is neat. It's easier for me to go into detail on something when I'm not playing something at the same time, which is why I'm bad at multitasking when I play when I'm talking. I can multitask fine. Talking and doing something I cannot. With the wind stopped, how will the ship move? You really want to know? We urinate off the boat. Sildra, why don't you introduce yourself? It's a dragon. It's a fucking dragon. No! Called it. So she is part of... So she's related to her. Regarding what you said about Phantasy Star being really hard, challenge accepted. It's not so much hard, because it's not. I don't know how much you grind. I don't know how much you tend to grind. It's not hard at all. What I mean by its annoyance is that it's the dungeons, they all look the fucking same. So, okay, imagine this in real life. Going to a store where everything is a maze and it's all one color. And you have to go through a bunch of different turns to get to any shelving in a store that you want to find items for. And each shelving is divided up into certain mazes. So it's not like, here's a shelf, here's all your aisles. Here's a corridor. You follow this corridor around like 5 times. You find your candy aisle. Keep doing that, and 5 more times you find your baby aisle. Well, imagine that. That's my best way of describing it. But imagine that, but instead of a store, you're going down several corridors. Here's a dead end shelf. Here's a dead end with a chest. Keep going down a few more corridors. Here's a doorway. Here's a few more corridors. Here's another doorway. You're not knowing if you're going up, down. If you're not going near the exit, it's all one color, because there's no differentiation between whether or not you're going the correct way. All you see is one color. Maybe you'll see a turn, and then you go straight again. You may find a dead end. You may find an entranceway or a doorway, but that's it. You're not going to know. It's not like a typical dungeon where, it's easy to tell where you're at. That's what Phantasy Star dungeons are, in 1 anyway. They fixed it in Phantasy Star 2. But no, they're not hard. It's just Phantasy Star 1's dungeons all look the fucking same. It's one color. That's why I was like, imagine being at a store where it's all one color and you have to like walk around a maze to get anywhere. That's basically my best way of describing it. How about that? Still you grew up good here. We're basically brothers. Yep. Wait a minute. We're basically brothers? Are you a guy? We're off. Also, her and her have to be related then, because she did say she has the same pendant and they have pink hair. But enjoy Phantasy Star. It's a very good series. I love it. Huh? I see what you mean. Yeah. It's a very good franchise. I love Phantasy Star 1, 2, and 3. Well, 3's not as good. 3's alright. But I love 1 and 2, and I will start 4. I want to take my time on that. That's why I haven't started Phantasy Star 4 yet. And I don't know if it can run. I don't know if you have issues running actual PC games, but if you're trying to get into Phantasy Star whenever it feels like posting, if it feels like posting. Did I do my command right? There it is. And if you feel like joining me on the PSO, which is Phantasy Star Online, it's a private server called Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst. There's the link to Blue Burst. Amazing. I love MMOs. Well, I love that MMO. I'm not the biggest fan of MMOs. But if you want to see where the series has gone to now, feel free to check out Phantasy Star Online. And PSO 2, the sequel, is finally coming out here in the stateside. Sometime in the next 2 or 3 months, actually.
Princess Lella!
What in the world is going on?
The wind suddenly stopped and the monsters came rushing into the shrine.
What about Father?
If I decide I like the series, then I'll definitely keep that in mind. Yeah. You don't even have to like the originals to try out PSO. That game is completely different. That's on you, though. I appreciate it. It's a very good MMO. I love it. But if you are a fan of the series, it probably would help. You can see my logo. My logo is from Phantasy Star Online. He's a character I use in PSO. He's not quite my OC, but he will be. I plan on making him. You want to see my Phantasy Star Online OC though? She right here. This is Scope, my actual Phantasy Star Online original character. She's a ranger. She uses guns. I had commissioned someone to draw her. She is now a art for my channel, as well as some shop, as well as my shop art. So anyone who wants to support the channel, buy some merch. Feel free to buy some PSO related merch. I have a t-shirt too with my PSO Hunters logo on it and my Twitch channel. It says Lilby0891 Gaming on my t-shirt though, so. Music is going on right now. I was really catchy on an unrelated note. It is very catchy, isn't it? Has gone up to the top floor, but he hasn't come back. My favorite songs for Final Fantasy have always been the battles and the overworld. This is very catchy though for an in-game dungeon. Something must have happened. Good, that means the volume's at a good level then. Good, I was worried that it wasn't going to be. The crystal room is on the top floor. Let's go! Ferris. Thanks. The volume's at a good level? Thank you. Thank you, media. Appreciate it. Alright. But yeah, I'm just letting you know, if you start to really hate how Phantasy Star 1 looks or gets, but if you manage to push through and beat it and test out Phantasy Star 2, I'm going to let you know, 2 gets vastly better. 2 is my favorite Phantasy Star, OG Phantasy Star game. I've played through 1 through 3. There's 4 of them, like I said. I've only played up to 3 as of right now because I have yet to start 4 because I love Phantasy Star, so I loved 1 and 2. Just the first one has some issues with the dungeons, but 1 is still a fantastic game. The story is great, the combat's amazing, everything, the graphics kind of still look pretty good. 2's graphics look amazing. 3's kind of, I don't know if you know about Dark Souls' treatment, but Dark Souls 2, the reason why, when you play them, Dark Souls 2, you can even ask your friend about this. Dark Souls 2 had the issue where the main team was working on Bloodborne, so Dark Souls 2 got the shaft because the B team worked on that, which is why if you look at Dark Souls 1, 3, and Bloodborne, they're so drastically different. It's kind of like how Zelda 2 is compared to Zelda 1 and onward. Parents also recently downloaded a new NES emulator that doesn't suck ass like the one I use for my Zelda streams. I don't know which emulator you were using, so I couldn't tell if it did suck ass. I'm much more comfortable with NES games right now. No, that's fine. Play what you want. I'm not gonna force you to play a game that you're not comfortable with. But like, it's kind of like Zelda 2 compared to the rest of the Zelda series. How it's kind of like the black sheep of the series. Well, Dark Souls 2 is the same way. Well, that's kind of like how Phantasy Star 3 is. It's kind of the black sheep of the Phantasy Star series. So I didn't really care for 3 very much. And once you play them, you'll see why. It's vastly different. It goes from a typical... It's still RPG and it's still a turn-based game, but again, its graphic style and everything just so weird. It's even its graphics are changed so much, and it just does not feel like a Phantasy Star game. That's just me. But yeah, it's kind of like Dark Souls 2 and Zelda 2. It's like the black sheep of the series. And I read online as to why. Phantasy Star 3 got the whole Dark Souls treatment where a B team worked on it. If you're wondering why Dark Souls 2 is so vastly worse than the others, or at least different, it's because a different team made it. I'm assuming the same goes for Zelda 2. Could be wrong. I've never played Zelda 2, but I've seen it.
Probably a lot of the same reasons as to went into the Castlevania Simon's Quest or whatever. Why a lot of people hate that game because it's so weird. Considering doing the second quest thing in Zelda 1 next. Oh, basically the hard mode. Is that like that's basically like hard mode, right? It's New Game Plus, I'd imagine, with maybe newer addition stuff. Do they add new things to that? Or is it just literally New Game Plus, just on a higher difficulty? Because that's cool. I don't know what that is. What is this? Oh, shit! Okay, cool. We can save! Yeah, that's back. Alright, cool. Okay, mid-dungeon saving and healing is back. Sweet. Okay, so they just give me a 10th, okay. Well, that's cool. Enjoy. I hope you kick its ass. You now know what you're doing, right? So you can hopefully kick its ass. Even if it is harder. Usually when I beat the game for the first time, I usually get massively better at it. So like when I beat Dark Souls 1 for the first time, I got massively better at it. Like trust me, if you ever once you start Dark Souls, you'll probably will suck ass at it. Unless you are good at those kind of, like, games where you're good at, like, dodging and rolling and blocking and learning boss patterns. But, like, once you beat the game for the first time and tend to want to go back, I guarantee you'll notice you've gotten a lot better at it. That's usually just how I am. I don't know if everyone's like that, but that's how I get. Yeah. No, I just want to be there to help you. I know you'll probably have your buddy there with you, but I want to be there to be able to help you. If you ever get confused, I can help you. Because trust me, I spent hours just trying to go through some of the areas in that game. The bosses didn't take me that long to beat. It's the areas that I spent hours going through. And while that is fun for me, I don't want, if you're not into the series, I don't want you to be wasting your time spending hours on something that your channel is not really, a game that your channel is not, like, based around. I see you more, like me, I see you more based around retro games. You know, I've been, like, so I don't want you to spend a lot of time on a game or a modern franchise that you're not, like, gonna be into if you play a certain amount of time of it. I want to be able to, like, help you get through it. Because I do like people who play through the game series blind. And I want to see more people play Dark Souls. At least people who've never played them is what I mean. Like my buddy Reaper, who I was doing a co-op with, who I have to get back to. He doesn't stream or anything. His name is just Irving. It's just his name on here is Reaper. But like, I want to get him more into the Souls franchise because he's never really played them. And I love doing co-op in them. So like, my buddy Tom, or Zero Slayer, I played through the entire Souls franchise minus Demon Souls because at the time, Demon Souls' internet or server died. So Demon Souls is the only game we did not beat together. But we beat all the others together. I don't actually care what games I play. It's not like a real waste of time since I only can devote one. Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. No, I just don't want you to, I just don't want to sit there and like get you into a franchise that your channel is not like loving, or if you're focusing more on like retro stuff. But I do want to see you really love Dark Souls because that game is amazing. The franchise is amazing. Stun God. Uh-oh. Wing Raptor. The fuck? So have you ever played Legend of Mana? The reason I ask is because this game has a meter, or ATB, the meter that's filling up, similar to Legend of Mana, or Final Fantasy X-2, or the new remake of 7. If you've never played any of those, then never mind. But those are all SNES titles. Like, Legend of Mana is a SNES title. Attack when its wings are closed. Pick a game indiscriminately, then I would have eventually run out of games. I feel ya. Which is why I'm playing games I've never played before. Such as this. And trust me, there's plenty of games I've never played before, and I'm going to be going through, like the Phantasy Star series. I played them as a kid on the GBA, but I've never beaten them. So I thoroughly enjoyed the Phantasy Star games. Okay, I am attacking while his wings are closed, but I'm missing. And she's dead. There we go. I was like, open the fuck up, would you? Because you're like killing me, and it's not. It's kind of annoying. Oh shit! I'm out of Phoenix Down now. Oh, of course. Of course he dies in the next hit. I could have just killed him before he did that. But of course. Now her experience is off. Of course, now that she's died, their experience is now off. Oh, a preemptive attack. Some of these enemies are quite ugly though. I got used to the sprites for the enemies in Final Fantasy 4 and 3. 5's it's gonna take some time getting used to for that right now. Phantasy Star is that it seems like it's kind of a niche franchise, which is great because it might get my stream more viewers. It definitely gave me plenty. It definitely gave. Let's just throwing this out there. Phantasy Star Online is definitely what made my channel right now to what it is. Phantasy Star Online or Phantasy Star didn't really add that much into the viewer count for me, but it helped. It gave me some views. It gave me some people. There's plenty of people who joined in for my Phantasy Star streams, so I will tell you, yes, it will. Phantasy Star Online, if you ever dabble in that, will also help a little bit. But people might know that people may know that it's blind for you for Phantasy Star Online, so they might not get as many as I did, but like, yes, it will get you people, I assure you. Attack from behind. Because so many people have told me when I would stream Phantasy Star Online that they've been looking for streamers who do PSO. Like, that game is old. It came out back on Dreamcast. And so many people to this day love that game. So that's why I recommend PSO. Once you get into the franchise. It's not a strong emulator, or not emulator. It's not a strong application at all, so it doesn't take much to run on your computer whatsoever. It's not an emulator, it's an actual app, or an actual EXE, whatever you want to call it. It does not take a lot of resources to run. However, it may have issues with firewall, which, don't worry, it's not a virus. I would not link a virus. I mean, it was on PC as well, but I don't know which version came out first. It came out on PC and Dreamcast. PSO? I don't know. I don't know which version was first. I was introduced to the Dreamcast version. It was also on, and then it later came out on GameCube, and then the Xbox. I mean, just because it's an MMO doesn't mean it can't be on console. PSO2 is a console MMO as well. It may started on PC, but it's now on PS4 and the Switch. I mean, if PSO started on PC first, then it started on that first. But I played the Dreamcast version. I also own it on GameCube. Wherever that is at the moment. I don't know if I own the physical copy. I don't know where. play a GameCube game. Yeah, I may not have it up here. That's a shame. I know I did at some point. A physical GameCube copy of Phantasy Star Online. But I don't know where the physical copy of my GameCube PSO is, but most of it was on console. It had Dreamcast, a GameCube, and a Xbox port. But PSO2 and Phantasy Star Universe. Phantasy Star Universe is PC, PS2, Xbox 360, and PSP. And then there's Phantasy Star Online 2, which is PC, PS4, and now Switch. And soon it's going to be releasing in the American version. Soon is going to be releasing, and that's going to be on PC and Xbox. I'm assuming it's also going to be on PS4 and Switch. They can just easily translate it, but Microsoft is the one that did the E3 on PSO2, so that's why Xbox is getting a lot more a cult following with PSO right now. I don't have a Phoenix down. Fuck. Oh, that revived him. Oh, nice. Good. I'm going to save after that then. And don't worry, I will be playing more Phantasy Star Online in the near future. But if you want to check out PSO, feel free to check out my Twitch channel, my page, on my playlists. I have a bunch of videos in a playlist on Twitch, or you can check out my YouTube. Exclamation point YouTube. If you want to see what Phantasy Star Online looks like. If you've never. Or you can just look up videos on it. But you can see me play it. That's better than looking up videos on it. Because you support me. I kid. I kid, but I appreciate any support you give. Shit, if you're down to play some PSO in the near future, I am down to help. I am down to co-op with you, because I'll make a new character. Because power leveling in Phantasy Star Online is a double-edged sword. And I would definitely recommend me helping you out, but I would not power level you, because it's a double-edged sword. Because there's a thing called a mag. If you're wondering what that is, it's... If you look at my scope character on my wall, my Twitch wall, you'll notice she has a little kitty friend next to her. That is what is known as a mag. It's basically a little animal friend that you level up by giving it items, and it raises your character's stats. So if you power level the character, your mag is going to be at a low level, and your character is going to be at a high level, meaning your character is going to have very weak stats. Base stats. Because the mag is what makes your character's base stats. And it grows and it increases as your character levels. So basically, your character can level all they want, but without your mag being on par with them and higher than them, up to level 200, her damage output is going to be severely docked. That's what this is. This little cat friend. It's my character's mag. I'm just walking back and forth, huh? staff. Okay. There's also a DS version of Phantasy Star called Phantasy Star Zero, and then there's a PSP Vita version called Phantasy Star Nova. Nova's the only one I haven't played, and I don't plan on buying a Vita for one fucking game. That is probably not any good. What just happened? I leveled up and that's all I saw. Can equip. Oh, they show me exactly what he can equip. That's cool. Eh, 69. I'm sure I buy magic in this, I'm not sure. That's okay, it's giving me opportunities to grind. Lil B scope hat, or, you know, whatever merch, shirts, stickers, not just her, there's also, my channel's logo is also on sale. That's all below on my Twitch page. Or, exclamation point red, exclamation point Lil B merch. I have to add more, my emotes. I have, 2 emotes, which... For anyone who likes the look of these, I need to add those into my shop as well. I thank you, Zartzikorn, for those. She's the name of the person that made both those emotes as well as my Phantasy Star Online OC here. Scope. The person who made my PSO Hunters logo was a guy on Fiverr, though. The crystal, it's shattered into CDs. They literally look like fucking discs. Huh? I need to get a PSO Hunters or Lil B 0891 Gaming PSO Hunters Unite hat. I got a sticker and a t-shirt of it, though. Has it been washed? Oh no, don't rip. Bad enough you already got fucked up at work. I fucked this shirt up at work and I hate it so much. I gotta do that because, one, I can't see very well. Also, I don't know what I'm moving just now. Oh my god, Twitch, you are or OBS, you're lagging to be on hell. There's my t-shirt merch on sale. Awesome ass t-shirt. And I fucked it up at work. Actually, it's not very noticeable. By that I mean some blades fell at work and carved up my shirt. Where is that? Yeah, there it is. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought. But that's my PSO shirt. Again, merch on sale now. I don't like how Slobs is slow as ass. I click things and then it doesn't, like, work sometimes. And then I click it again and then it works and then it, like, does it twice. The Spirit of Fire Courage. The Spirit of Fire Courage? Is that like an alcohol? You know, to be fair, I didn't really pay attention to the other location of the other crystal.